Hey there guys, this is Pharaoh2091 and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Last we left off, we finally broke down Hugh's statements and testimony, and they are really, all three of them really are good friends. And we know he's not the killer. He says he's like, I'm telling the truth, I'm not the killer. He's just trying to protect Junie in the stupidest way possible. But now we're saying besides Junie, the only other person without an alibi during the mock trial is the one person I kind of suspected from the very beginning, but it was kind of hard to pinpoint it on. And here's the thing, it seems like the most obvious choice. I didn't want to go with the most obvious choice because sometimes the game does that to you, where it's like you want to go with the most obvious when it really isn't, but then it turns out being it, blah blah blah, so it keeps going back and forth. But the only one who doesn't have an alibi is Professor Means. He does not look 45, by the way. The balcony seat was empty. That much is true, isn't it, Mr. O'Connor? That's right. How many more times do I have to say it? So basically, Professor Means wasn't where he was supposed to be during the mock trial.
Silence.
Need I remind you, every last soul in the lecture hall heard him deliver his speech?
Objection.
I know, and that's not in dispute here. Now, let me explain how a speech could be given from an empty seat. It was given from hiding, which, okay, given later, or pre-recorded. Huh. Yeah. Pre-recorded makes sense, especially with the tape recorder and all the evidence we have, the audio room, so I think it's possible it was pre-recorded. He could have done so and was doing something entirely differently during that time. What if the speech was pre-recorded? That's the only way the speech could have been delivered from an empty balcony seat. Okay, that makes all good. I mean, that's all good and all, but how could nobody see him if he was up there? Wait, are you accusing Professor Means? That's insane! I mean, he's the one who gave me the tape recorder. Take this to the police, he said, and tell them you found it. Wait, what? Really? Wait a second. Mr. O'Connor, did you just say Professor Means gave that phony recording to you? Phony? The defense was refrained from hurling unsubstantiated allegations. Well, I said he gave it to me, but what do you mean it's phony? Wow, who could have seen this development? Tape recorder updated in the courtroom. Identified as a fake, Professor Means used Hugh to pass it on to the police. Oh boy! The voice shouting "You're a goner" as recorded on this tape was dubbed onto it using a line our client said in the mock trial video. Why, this is an extremely crucial piece of evidence. Oh man. Professor Means gave Hugh the phony tape. If that's really true, then Professor Means has guilt written all over him. Your Honor, the defense moves to call Professor Aristotle Means to the stand.
Silence.
The seat was never empty, just by an oversight by our dullard of a witness. An inmate who was formerly a surgeon once told me something. He says often all too easily overlooks critical symptoms.
Objection.
Well, we're not going to overlook this oversight. If the speech was pre-recorded, the basis for suspecting our client would be shattered. Let's check Professor Means to see whether the seat was empty. The empty seat was a witness oversight. A verdict without first looking into that would be inconceivable. That's enough, both of you. Now, here's my opinion on the matter. While a surgeon overlooking critical symptoms is a problem, a witness's oversight too must not be overlooked. Thus, as a matter of whether Professor Means was or was not in his faculty seat, I believe we must ask the professor himself. I agree. Professor Means should be here in the gallery today. Do as you please. Oh, this should be good. Finally, I'm gonna be able to get that creepy smile wiped off his face. Okay. Will you please state your name and occupation for the record? Certainly. I am Aristotle Means. I teach the lawyer course at Themis Legal Academy. And let me add that while I welcome any opportunity to assist with the trial, I don't care for this undue suspicion. Don't worry, Professor. We're just interested in the mock trial video right now. We just need to take another look at that speech you gave. Can we count on your cooperation in this? Very well. If that's all you're interested in, please proceed, Miss Sykes. Ugh. We need to find some sort of evidence that shows this speech was pre-recorded. Alright, I believe we're ready. Let's roll the video. Good afternoon. I would like to start by thanking you for coming here today. The mock trial, the crown jewel event of the school festival, will begin shortly. Well, when I was a student, I too could hardly wait for this day to come. Oh no, I've forgotten how long and boring his speech was. Wake me up once this is over. Hey, no fair! The experiences of our youth have a powerful and profound effect on our adult. Oh, you there! Wake up! Pay attention! Huh? Ah! I'm awake! Isn't that right, Your Honor? What? I'm awake too! Wide awake, see? Once again, our pure white Lady Justice will be watching over all of you today. Pay attention and you may make a difference one day. Now, let the mock trial begin! That's about it. One of my better speeches, if I do say so myself. I even saw some of our students with tears in their eyes. He's obviously not familiar with the phrase bored to tears. Listen, Sykes Dono. If you have subjected me to this epic study and tedium without purpose, Taka will feast on your tongue after I've cut it out! Eee! But you were asleep the whole time. Well, Miss Sykes, did you notice anything strange about that speech? Can I please hear that last part again? The last part. Once again, our pure white Lady Justice will be watching over all you today. What? Where? There! I finally found what we needed. Professor Means, I have only one question about your speech. Why does that last part we just heard contradict with this? Saying like the white speech, or a white statue, Lady Justice. Why did I bring? I don't need that. Well, there's a white statue. There's this statue. That's gold. The professor said the pure white Lady Justice would be watching over them, but the Lady Justice in the video isn't even close to being white. It's as gold can be. Well, I'm not sure I wrapped my jaw around that to test its authenticity. Authenticity. I didn't say it was made of gold, Your Honor. Now, it's true that the statue is pure white, but it broke before the mock trial began. The one you see here is a replacement. Oh, well, that's a shame on every count. Ironically, this golden statue sticks out like a sore thumb compared to the white one, meaning the professor wouldn't have made a mistake in its color if he'd been present. Oh! It seems I have caused some confusion, but it was merely an oversight on my part. The statue was in the middle of the room. How could you not know what it looked like? Well, I was in a balcony seat. Furthermore, the statue had previously been white. I'm afraid this isn't sufficient evidence of the speech being pre-recorded. We had our answer long ago. The accused was the only one to leave the lecture hall. No, wait! There's got to be something that can prove that the speech was pre-recorded. All the typos. Or the non-existent words that should be there. According to the mock trial video, The speeches started here at 10. Ended here. Jeez, it went on for... Wait. It went for 10 minutes and 35 seconds. Wait a minute? There's actually a piece of evidence that kind of goes along with that. I'll show you in a little bit. It was a little over 10 minutes, but I doubt anyone wants to be tortured again. It was only a little over 10 minutes? I felt like it went on forever. How'd you figure out how long it was? Easy. There's a timestamp in the top right. All you have to do is subtract the time when the speech started from the time, from when it ended. The speech goes from the 10-minute mark to 20:35. Wait a second. I could swear I've seen the same interval of time listed among the evidence. Maybe there's a way for me to use the speech to show that it was pre-recorded. And it's correct. I actually before this recording session, I took a look at all my evidence to make sure like it's fresh in my mind. I think I did so because if I looked at the voice print analysis, look at the details. There's notes here in the bottom. Testing is underway regarding signs of post-recording editing. Note 2, the tape has about 10 minutes and 35 seconds of noise requiring further testing. That's the same interval right there. I would like the court to take a look at this. And this is the voice print analysis that proves the voice on the tape recorder belonging to our client. Yes, but didn't we establish that the voice on the tape recorder was a fabrication? We did, but what I like to focus on is the noise that's also there. Noise? Yes, the defense believes it resulted when the tape's previous recording was erased.
And what do you hope to prove by that?
The length of the noise is what's important. It's 10 minutes and 35 seconds in all. And what did the timestamp read at the moment Professor Means began his speech?
That would be exactly 10.
Now let's fast forward this long-winded exercise in boredom to the end. Okay, stop. The video timestamp now reads 20:35. Based on this, we know the time it took for the speech alone.
Right, subtract 10 and you get 10:35. 10 minutes and 35 seconds?
Right, 10 minutes and 35 seconds. The same as the noise in the tape recording. I assume you all understand what this means? Professor Means' pre-recorded speech had been where the noise is now!
Ho 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 ho. Take that.
Oh, jeez.
You seem rather confident considering this is a mere happenstance to match of numbers.
Objection!
But is it really just numbers?
Yeah, they're continuing to study the tape. They found signs of overdubbing. But it's going to take a bit longer to recover the audio.
The police are analyzing the noise as we speak. It won't be long until we know what was originally there.
I love Widget's mad face. He's like,
Now I'm sure of it. The professor was trying to create an alibi with the recording by pinning the crime on Junie.
And the bastard had a proposal of protecting her, saying I'm going to defend you, blah, blah, blah.
Well, he's not going to get away with it. Not on my watch.
Twitter, no! Okay.
Miss Sykes.
Oh, well.
Uh-oh! Uh-oh! I don't like the way he's going to be right now.
Uh-oh. I gotta stop saying that.
Even if you guys take a look at the, his badge, it looks like a man going, ah! This man, look at him!
I believe you are well aware of my methodology. Even if Juniper were the perpetrator, I would vigorously defend her as per my word. And to that purpose I offered to be her lawyer. Alas, look what's happened.
All I state are obvious deductions derived from evidence and testimony.
Truth be told, I had no intention of testifying. I have been keeping quiet for Juniper's sake. But now that you cast this blame upon me, I have no choice but to reveal the truth. Uh-oh.
Oh, see, look at... Uh-oh! I think I have the name of the episode right there. This doesn't sound good.
I will now reveal the truth beyond why I had to pre-record my speech before the mock trial. I, Professor Means, always say what I mean and mean what I say by all means.
Okay. Let's hear his testimony on his... Well, let's just hear his testimony.
The defendant came to me with what she said was very important, and by necessity, secret. She asked me to pre-record my speech and came to the audio room during the mock trial. Juniper confessed to the murder and asked that I get her declared innocent in court. She also said I'd become an accomplice after losing my alibi due to the pre-recording. But when I said I would protect Juniper, I meant it because it's the humane thing to do.
Oh my! So you're saying the defendant threatened you? This has to be a lie. I mean, everything about it lines up too perfectly to be true.
On this most consequential of occasions, let me be completely frank with you. Juniper has truly taken to heart my teaching that states the end justifies the means.
Now that's entirely BS there. I don't believe you!
When she asked me to defend her, she said I must also prove her two friends innocent. Her two friends? The witnesses? Correct. Hugh O'Connor and Robin Newman. I was to ensure all three walked free. All three were to achieve their dream. Now that was the result Juniper was seeking. And she was even willing to threaten me, her own professor, to that end. You no doubt had high praise for her ruthless tactics. Yes, well, that is why I vowed to vigorously defend her despite her threatening me. There was a time when lawyers merely sought the truth if they wished for victory in court. But alas, those days are over. Now, in the defense of justice, order, and all that is good, the end justifies the means.
I'm so sick of hearing that phrase.
Though it truly grieves me so, I must tell you this. Forsake the truth if it's victory you seek. Steel yourself for this new courtroom reality.
That does it! He's gonna regret dragging those dismal, depressing ideas in here. Since he's already surrendered to the dark age of the law, it's up to me to fight it.
Why so silent, Psychstonum? Something the matter?
This is a court of law. It's no place for long-winded talks about idealistic principles. That's why I'm gonna let the evidence do the talking.
Let's not get carried away now, Miss Sykes. It will not do to have you attempting to discredit my doctrine. Do not force me to rectify the situation.
No, go ahead and rectify it. Only if I lose and you win, that is.
Good job. Athena, what the hell am I trying to say?
Well, honestly, I don't see any type of evidence I could present to contradict any of his statements. Pressing may help. I just don't know what statements to do so. Defendant came to me what she said was very important, by necessity secret. She asked me to pre-record my speech and come to audience during the mock trial. She confessed to the murder and asked that I get her declared innocent in court. She also said I'd become an accomplice after losing my alibi due to her pre-recording. But when I said I would protect Juniper, I meant it because it's the humane thing to do. See, this is kind of rubs me the wrong way. He said he'll protect her because it's the humane thing to do. What happens if he was going to protect her to screw her over? That can be something. He's going to screw somebody over because this man is reeking of guilt. So I don't believe him when he says it's the humane thing to do. You were trying to protect our client? Yeah, right. He'll say anything to pin the blame on Junie.
What a frightful look. I would ask that you not glare at me so. I've nothing but admiration for how Juniper was willing to go as far as to threaten me. That is why I'm protecting her by any means possible. She's been a model student.
Liar! You're trying to pin the blame on her. How am I going to show that what he's saying isn't what he's really thinking?
You cannot possibly overturn my claims. You cannot possibly overturn my claims. So isn't it about time you admitted defeat? After all, if my unassailable logic is not truth, then what is?
If he thinks I'm gonna give in to his pack of lies, he's got another thing coming. I'm gonna find a hole in his story if it's the last thing I do. Even though he's rotten to the core, he's a total pro. I mean, that all made perfect sense. Yeah, but you can't believe a word he says. He's making this up as he goes along. He'll trip up on his own words yet. Time to see how consistently Professor's testimony matches up with his actual actions. So I think I'm just pretty much saying, like, I gotta keep pressing. I think. I don't know. That one's kind of weird. I mean, do I... Or do I have any type of evidence? Take a look again. I don't know. Well, the main thing is we got the tape recorder. What does it say? It definitely... Ooh. It was given... He did have the tape recorder in the first place. And he passed it to the police. He passed it to the police. Oh, wait a minute! I'll just present the same statement then. Because he says that, Crapiola. Change that again. Because, like, he says a humane thing to do, but we know that, like, he's just trying to pin a damn thing on, he's just trying to pin everything on Junie. However, this tape recording pretty much says differently, because if he had it, and he said he told Hugh to give it to the police, it would just automatically make her a suspect.
Objection!
There we go. So let me get this straight. You were trying to help Miss Woods. Ha! That's nothing more than a bald-faced lie. No offense, Your Honor.
Such defamation of my character and your hair follicles, Your Honor. It's an outrage. The sex will clarify her statement, but leave my hair follicles out of it this time.
Yes, of course, Your Honor. Now, please take a look at this. The witness gave this tape to Mr. O'Connor. Then he slyly whispered, "Take this to the police and tell them you found it."
There was no whispering, slyly or otherwise involved. I simply did that out of kindness.
Objection!
The tape contained our client's voice. In short, it's incredibly damaging evidence. But why would it even exist if the witness wasn't trying to pin a murder on our client? They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, but not yours. You never had good intentions, only lies to protect yourself while blaming another. You, Professor, are the embodiment of the dark age of the law.
Oh, take that.
Uh-oh. Yep, there he goes again.
Why, you little... You dare call my teachings and methods lies!
What the freaking hell? What the hell am I watching? Uh-oh. You gotta love the transformations here. Yeah, God, the teeth and then the smile is making things worse.
Themis Legal Academy is a proud institution. It's the most powerful in the world. You'll never forget what true education lawyering means once I'm through with you.
Huh? Professor Means, what's with your hair?
Quiet! No talking in class!
3D! Ow!
Homeroom, October something. 26. Eyes and ears up here, everyone. Homeroom is now in session. We'll begin with roll call. Athena Sykes!
Huh? Here?
Apollo Justice!
I'm fine. I mean, here.
Fool! The proper response is here without an extra misinformation!
Ouch! I mean, here!
Next, Your Honor! Here! See, class? That's the proper way to answer. Simon Blackwell! I said Simon Blackwell! Are you here or not?
There's always one, isn't there?
Well then, I'll just mark you absent. Now, get out of my class this instant! Get out? Very well, if that's what you wish. Who am I to defy my homeroom teacher? Is that such a good idea? Prosecutor Blackwell is free of his shackles. Ah! It just so happens I was a member of my high school disciplinary committee. But is that really so shocking? Constable lapdog, the teacher's pet. What a malleable mutt you are, Fulbright. Very good, Bobby.
Why is that funny to me?
You just earned a gold star and a promotion to head disciplinarian. All right, class is now in session.
Why do I have the sudden urge to go to the nurse's office with a stomachache? Let's see here. Main points. Juniper is the killer. I am innocent.
Pay attention! I'm not the killer. Juniper is. This will be on the next test, so you had better be listening.
Objection!
But Professor, you created the phony tape to pin the blame on Juniper. Plus, you were the only one who could have moved the body during the mock trial. Oh, what is he gonna say now? Please note, I was not at school.
Athena, you disappoint me so. To think you would label me as a murderer. Now pay attention! The murder occurred on the 23rd between 6 and 8 p.m. I was already at home at that time, so how could I have been involved in that crime?
Objection!
Oh, I have evidence regarding that. Professor Means, can you really prove you had already gone home by that time?
Can you prove I was still at school?
No, I can't. Yes, you can! Come on!
Now you admit it. Well, you just earned extra credit for your honesty. But you've also earned yourself laboratory cleaning duties until you graduate.
Ew! I do enough of that at the office. Robin! No way, man! I totally object! Robin? I can't believe I fell for Professor Silvertongue lies.
Why, you... How dare you talk about your teacher like that?
I'm not listening to you anymore, man! No way, no how! Now, I have a confession to make. You know those two students that were on stage? I didn't make them all by myself! I meant statues, I say students. The statue's on stage. So I want to know where this is headed. I was able to finish one of them, but the last bell rang before I had time for the other one. So I asked Professor Means to make it for me. In other words, the professor was there on the stage after the last bell. Right, and it would have been way past 7 p.m. before he finished.
Professor Means was still at school? Well, this is incredibly important testimony.
Good job, Robin. The professor told me. I'll take care of it. I thought my parents would let me be an artist if I said I made both students myself. Statues. But I'm so sorry for not telling the truth. Robin.
Quick! Somebody get this juvenile delinquent out of my sight! Simon! You're head honcho among the delinquents. Do something! Oh, who's in charge of the class pet around here? Not interested. If you want a class in swordsmanship, I'm your man. Of course, only real blades will do. No swords at school! All weapons will be confiscated! Nurse! Nurse! Where's the school nurse when you need one? It would seem Sykes Dono seems a showdown, Professor. Seeks one, whatever. In which case, he would do well to draw your staff, quick as lightning. Very well. Then I will just have to prove my innocence myself. The real lessons begin in second period. Prepare to be served old school style.
What is that? Oh, never mind. Your testimony, please. The judge is like, just screw it all. Just get on with it. Okay, guys. Wow, today's episode has been very enlightening. Look at Professor Means. Who would have thunk it? I love the transformations of the people. Like, just totally turning to, like, just totally different people. God, just, ugh. In any case, guys, next episode we'll continue with the testimony here. And, see what we can find out. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. I'll see you guys later.